Hello. I think it was just important to sit down for a second and explain how this place works because there is a lot going on and it's a big place. The main idea is that there are a group of people that can come and stay here to work through an app called Workaway. Workaway basically gets you into different properties, assisting with labor, and you get to stay and eat for free. I know someone that's been working here through Workaway and they were able to vouch with the owner for me, but I basically work with them. I work 5 days a week from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. We work about 20 hours a week of work. Work consists of mostly gardening, but other jobs around the property. Examples of stuff I've done are assisting welders, cutting out shipping containers. I've also prepared garden beds to plant strawberries. We've moved a lot of dirt, a lot of poop, and planted many things. This place is amazing. I mean, it really is sort of a dream come true for me. I'm learning tons about what goes into owning a property and how to run it and manage it, especially with multiple people. A dream of mine in the next 5 to 10 years is getting a really big piece of property and doing some cool things on it. A lot of which they're doing here, like organic farming, permaculture, cool architectural builds, and just a beautiful natural environment. They give us all organic food, a lot of which is grown here. Man, the bar is set high in terms of the quality of the meals. We have to sign up to make a meal a week, sometimes more than once. I've really been pushed here trying to make some good food for them. There's a real sense of community, which I've been missing, especially during the pandemic. And I wish more people could live like this. I feel really lucky to have been accepted here at Glen Raven, and I can't wait for later on in my life when I can pay it forward, when I have a piece of land and the opportunity to provide people with a different way of living. I'm not talking about starting a cult and wearing white robes, but what I am talking about is having an intentional place that people live at, but they can get a lot out of the land where you're not so dependent on other sources for your survival. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to for me. I'm someone who doesn't like to be dependent on other people, especially for things that I need. Yeah. This place is fucking awesome. Now, we are in the upper area of the property where the central kitchen is located. There's a beautiful radio telescope that came with the property. And then, for reference, there's the upper orchard, the bathhouse. And then the lower and upper gardens are behind this truck here. Here's Kush, the livestock guardian dog. Kush protects the property at night, and he's a sleepy boy during the day. We had our yurt set up over there, but we have since moved into this place, which we have so aptly named the warehouse. Big dog spooky room. Not so spooky. Okay, so one thing that has caught my eye all throughout the property, but especially here in the warehouse, is the sheer abundance of antiques that he has here. This is a particular collection of antiques that tugs at my heartstrings and is something that I love the most, and that's vintage axes. These things are so cool, and he has, I mean, I'm not kidding, 3 full boxes of them. I'll show you some examples that I love the most. Wow. Look at this thing. This is a straight up executioner's blade. God damn, that's heavy. This thing is like, feels like pure metal. How do you even use this? It's a legit workout right there. People must have been so strong back in the day. They probably look at me like such a pussy. an honorable mention here. I'm such a fucking nerd, but these are just so cool. Fucking Devil's Cleaver. Where would you see anything like this nowadays? I don't even know what this is for, but I know it could do some damage. This looks like from when they first discovered what metal was. Movable, I guess, hoe. Is it a hoe? So it's got a circular end and then a rectangular end that slides in. We should slide it in. Oh, but that's kind of interesting. So you could have both an axe and a hoe in one piece of equipment. I feel like wouldn't it just fall out? It's almost laughable how skinny that handle is. Oh my god. This is like to take the leg of something off. I mean, this is so heavy. It's 10 pounds, 12 pounds. I got a workout from just showing the things, but I would love to take something like this and restore an old axe head or one of these just oversized monsters. This is stuff that I geek out on. Honorable mentions in the little category. First off is this whole metal badass double-edged hatchet. Then we have this one, which I'm so impressed by. The wood is so nice. Like, what's happening here? What is this for? A really fine point. Look at this thing. Got a pig on there. Meat tenderizer on the back, so this is actually somewhat useful of a kitchen tool. Yeah! Big Daddy here. That's just Viking as fuck. And then just kind of a nice in-between. Thanks for joining me in my nerdy, blade-loving adventure. Start with some wine. In the middle, we'll even it out with a little bit of wine. And then right at the end, we'll just slap it just to close it out with some wine. With wine. And scene. Okay, act normal.
You got it. I mean, some of the vineyards were here, and this is all these vineyards are we ripped out and redoing. This road was like a dirt road. We just paved it last year. Very cool.
I don't know how I feel about that description. Mark, the owner of Sarasota, is showing us around. A very generous person. This is a beautiful winery off the side of the 101 here in Northern California. It's pretty sweet.
You want to have a second wedding here?
Let's do it right now. Is anybody ordained? Oh, Rapunzel. You were made for this balcony.
Oh, your super long hair. Wow.
So this place has definitely thrown our timeline off a little bit. We're well into our second week here, which is way longer than we ever thought we were going to be here in the first place, and we're staying another 2 weeks. So altogether we'll be here for about a month, which is a third of the whole trip, but given how special this place is and what an incredible opportunity and life experience it is. Not planned, but I did say before we set out on this trip, one thing I'm really excited about is going to and from places and keeping people updated on social media, which I use Instagram. Here is my Instagram link, maybe. Once people see we're in different locations that they're familiar with, they can offer us recommendations, which if anyone knows me, they know I love getting recommendations from people because it's just a fun way to go about life. Utterly just a recommendation run amok. So it's completely changed the trajectory and the itinerary of our trip, but we could give no fucks at all because spontaneity is the theme of this whole trip. You know, if we like somewhere, then we choose to stay there. And the glory of having 3 or 4 months to do that is if you find somewhere you like here, then you get to stay longer. And that's a cool aspect of life I've never got to experience before. Because most of my life has been pretty prescribed. Go to school, you come home, you have these appointments, you go to these lessons, you do all these predestined things. And then when do you ever find time for yourself? So this has just been an incredible chance to explore the country as well as the people.